proudly sponsored by Vanguard Outdoors.
Alright guys, it's November 7th, Friday morning. It's a little after 7 o'clock. I've already seen at least two, I think maybe three different rack bucks. They all come running in together down at the far end of this cut that I'm sitting on. I don't know if they were with a doe or what, but I couldn't ever really get a good read on how big they were. I mean, I could tell they were at least 8-1 or better, but I couldn't judge on how wide or how tall their tines were. It looked like they had some shorter tines, and looks like maybe they were just to the ears, so maybe 13-14 inches. We'll see. Maybe they'll come back out a little bit closer and I can get some better footage, and if it's one big enough, I'll try to drop them. I'm sitting down on the edge of one of our creeks. I actually sat here a couple times during this start of this season, but I went a little bit, like a couple rows deeper in, so I'm closer to the creek, and the row I'm on, I can see it's pretty straight, and I can see pretty good long ways. So maybe we'll have some action this morning, get some footage, and maybe even get a kill. So, but yeah, y'all stick around, stick with me, and we'll see what happens. It's a little after 10 o'clock, and I'm about to get down. I can't quite remember how many I've seen. I know I've seen, it was either 2 or 3 bucks first thing this morning, where that first one was a doe, and then bucks was the doe. But I'll watch my footage back when I get to the camp and see. Then I think there was 2 does and a smaller, like 4-point spike or something, running them across the end of the far end of this cut. And then I think I've seen a bobcat, and then like a fox or something, I don't know, down here at the end of the cut. And I had 2 does come in behind me not too long ago. But it's just, I know it's because of the time change, so I'm not used to it, but dang, it's like it's been 8 hours since I've been in this tree. So I'm gonna get on down and go to the camp, get me something to eat, try to finish up my video and get that posted today. It's almost 4 o'clock. We had shifted out of the southwest, so I'm sitting overlooking the ditch like I was last weekend. I watched my footage back, and it was 3 bucks first thing this morning. I think it like a spiker 4-point, a 6-point, 8-point. The 8-point was pretty decent. Yeah, from climbing this tree last weekend. I got the tree bleeding, got the pine sap oozing out. I didn't catch myself, and I got my darn hands all in it, so my darn fingers are all sticky. That's one bad thing about climbing a pine tree several times, is you're gonna get pine sap on you at some point. Hopefully we see something, maybe catch one skirting, walking the edge of this ditch, or right on the edge of that wood line over there. So yeah, y'all stick around. Hopefully we get some footage. Maybe you can get an old buck on the ground. It's almost 6 o'clock, so I'm finna back up and try to get out of here before the rain starts. I should be able to. Yeah, anyways, I guess I'll just play it out and see which way the wind's blowing and figure out where I'll be in the morning. But yeah, I'll see y'all then. Alright, good morning, guys. It's November 14th, Friday morning. Back again at our hunting lease in Clay County, Georgia. It's like 8:15 right now. Over car. It's like 8:15 right now. I hit the snooze button on the alarm a couple too many times, so I didn't get to get in the tree as early as I would have liked to. And then when I got over here, the darn buck I just recently started getting on camera, a really nice buck. He was at the camera when I was walking in, so I blew him. But I've seen 2 does, another set of that was a doe and a buttonhead, and then I had an 8-point come in and kind of pushed that one doe off, and then he went back across. I had a different buttonhead come out and feed, and then I just had like a spike or a 4-point or something come across. Out here in these thin pines, I'm sitting on the power line. It's nice and cool this morning. It was like 37, I think. So far, we're having a good morning. I wish I hadn't have busted at that buck. If I'd looked at my camera, I would have known he was here. But I don't really have that great of cell service up here no more. I was trying to look on the way over, but I could never get it to load. But anyways, we're gonna sit back. Hopefully we have some more action, get some more footage, and maybe lay down an old nice buck. That'd be nice. Y'all come along with me. Hopefully we have a good weekend, and I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Alright, it's almost 11. I think I've seen a couple more does, but I'm about to get on down and go get something for lunch, and then I'll find me somewhere else to hunt this afternoon. I'll see y'all then. Good morning, guys. It's November 15th, Saturday. I hunted yesterday afternoon, didn't see anything. I doubt I'll even put any of my clips from that. But decided to come down and hunt on my personal for the first time this season. This morning, we planted food plots, and mine did not do good. It looks like it's a freshly plowed field down here. We just didn't get the rain when we needed to. We get some, they get up, and then we have a long span without any. And the deer come in and trample it and pull them up by the roots. Mine looks rough. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully we have some action, see some deer. It's like 30, I think it was 37, 38 degrees when I got out of the truck. So it feels good. At least that we got that going for us. It's 11 o'clock. I've seen 5 or 6. I had a doe come across. I was going to shoot her, but she got across the open and I was going to shoot her in. And I saw a smaller doe come out in this my bigger opening here. And then I heard a buck grunting and I heard him crashing kind of through these pines out here. And then a doe come running across. And then just a few seconds later, I think a buttonhead or a spike or something stepped out behind her and just stood there. And then maybe 30 seconds, the doe come running back towards him and ran back where they went. He stood there for a little bit and then walked off. So I was just sitting here kind of looking out there, and then I looked and I seen a buck coming across from where she ran to and then ran back, following them. I was like, dang, I knew it was, I saw a rack, but I couldn't ever get no footage of him. I think I got some footage of a deer, but not you. You can tell what it is. And then what else? I had another deer come in behind me. It was a doe, just going through these smaller pines. But my neighbor here to the north, they shot, and they must have got him because I hear him over there. They were celebrating. Say, it's a big old deer. It's a big deer. So, I don't know if he killed one of the ones we got on camera or what. I'll try to find out. But anyways, I'll see y'all this afternoon. It's almost 4 o'clock. Saturday afternoon. I am sitting out here in these thin pines of ours. Different spot. Hadn't never sit here before. It's an old road bed going through here, so I'm kind of covering it, and plus you can see all around it because of the trees being thin like they are. fried some backstrap for lunch and some french fries and made some pasta salad. It was pretty good. Pretty good. And I took me a nap. I about didn't want to get up. But we out here, so we're going to see what happens. Hopefully we'll get a kill. Anyways, I'll get back to y'all in a little bit. Alright, I just about can't see, so I'm about to start packing up. Never ended up seeing anything. I think still a nice spot. There was a lot of tracks coming in here, and rubs and stuff around. See a pretty good bit. I think I'm gonna tell my daddy to come here. Let this be a nice, easy spot that he could get to and get in the woods and sit in his climber. Not have to climb too high. But anyways, I will see y'all in the morning.